I really do not recall ever seeing how far this foundation went. Today's adventure, back up to the Patapsco Valley State Park, crossing the swinging bridge. Just watched a YouTube video. I'll have to get his name, but he was giving a little bit of history of the Grist Mill Trail, which is my favorite trail up here. I always come. And being no foliage, I wanted to come up and check out the fact that the Grist Mill is what this big foundation is over there. Up here is where the railroad cars used to dump the coal. So we're gonna go check that out. Yeah, that's the opening. Cars would pull right up there. We'll get to the top here in a second. He also posted an old photograph of how big this building used to be. He said there used to be a train station on this other side. Definitely a trail back here. I don't know what trail it is. Unfortunately, all trails is not working because the cell signal is not that good back here. But I don't see too many. I don't really see anything. No old remnants. So I was able to get all trails working up there on them tracks. And that trail was not listed, but it's so funny. The times I do come up here, I've never come up here at this time of year where there's absolutely this very low foliage, and I really do not recall ever seeing how far this foundation went. And now knowing, thanks to his little history he gave, it's more fascinating. Because if I remember the picture correctly, this is going to be the back wall, and the building came all the way out here, I think almost to the river. So definitely going to have to look at that picture again and see. Coming up, I see more foundation back there. I'm kind of curious to see how far down that mill or whatnot extended. I didn't think it came this far. Yeah, it comes down pretty far. Looks like it stops there, maybe. Yeah, that might have been where it ended. I don't see any more remnants of anything else past it. A little bit further, we have this. And if you can bear the cold, you come up here during this time. I mean, you get pretty much the whole trail. You have a view of the river. With no foliage, you can't beat the view. After watching his video, I saw he took us on this trail and the history behind the tracks. The tracks were never up there originally. They used to run down here, and somewhere along here you'll see where the concrete barriers were, the old tracks. They used these here, and you can see where they nailed it in, but they've repurposed to make it the trail. But he did show along the way, you'll see in the ground, but this is where the tracks used to go. and they moved it up to where it is now and built the Ilchester Tunnel, which I'm hoping to see that too. I will tag his video in the description so you can go watch it. It's pretty interesting history. Been coming up here for years and I didn't know really what it was. Now we split off here. That says Buzzard Rock. I would imagine that takes us to the tunnel. But here to explore, so that's what we'll do. We'll head this way. So according to Old Trails, both will take us to the tunnel. I'll have to make a right up here at another fork to get to the tunnel where if I would have kept going straight. So coming up here, you can see that old foundation there for where the tracks used to go over the stream. Yeah, according to the map, it's right here. But, I mean, there is, if there was, it is not there now. Let's go the other way, we'll see. Might be easier. So we're continuing on that first Buzzard Rocks trail. And it says there should be even some signage up here and another trail to the left that leads to the tunnel. Or it just leads us right to the tracks. I'll be damned. And yeah, as I get closer, if a train does come, there's not much clearance on either side, so we'll stop here. I'll use my phone to zoom in, get a good picture of it. So against my better judgment, if I can make it up there, apparently there's a trail that goes to the top of that tunnel and it's labeled as like a scenic overlook. So, all right, so this is the scenic overlook that was on All Trails, looking back to where we were. That wraps back around and going to take us in the opposite direction of where I want to go. That'd be for another day. Right now I want to check out that other side of the tunnel. You know, on this signboard here you can see this bridge here that we're about to cross used to be the old train bridge, which is that picture right there. And that's what I'm trying to look for, I think. And River Road went through there, so I'm not sure that that one is still there. Supposedly right through this bridge where we're going to come out. There's supposed to be a train station over there somewhere. I'm not 100% sure where that was located over there, but. And after they built the tunnel is when they built that bridge over there, and that's the current bridge the railroad uses now. There's a trail to get down there, so that's probably where the trail he took. As many times as I have walked across this bridge on this trail, back and forth, never did I know this was here, nor did I know the history. I'll have to rewatch this video, look at the photographs. I don't think this was the side of River Road, because River Road is actually on that side of the park. All right, I remember now where he said that train station was. As you get to the end of the trail, and that's where you go up to get to the college and that old hotel that was there. But as you can see, tracks coming this way would have crossed the road and met up over there. I met up to where the tracks are now. And apparently just through there is where the old train station used to be. So it's severely overgrown in spring and summer, but it shouldn't be now. So we're gonna give it a whirl. Yeah, she still looks a little overgrown, but as you can tell, still some old remnants in here. And you can see right there, as you can also pretty much see where they laid the tracks. Let's see how far back we can go. Ooh, I'm thinking not far. Maybe I can circle around down lower. Let's go check that out. Well, now there's some old steps. Let me see what's on this side. Might be easier and we'll just cross over the tracks. I mean, once I'm up there, we'll check out those steps They look like they're original. Yeah, if I had to guess, this is the little access that CSX uses to get up here to do any kind of repairs. Let's go over here. I can pretty much line up where the tracks would come up. And then maybe we can get an idea when it straightens out. All right, so there's the big tree. So it looks like they came up here and would connect. If I had to guess, this big open area here was the train station. After looking at this photograph and realizing the location of where the old Ellicott Hotel was, that train station was more than likely down in that real small parking lot as you crossed Ilchester, which would make us way off to the right. Let's go over here and check out these steps. The steps being here, like I don't really know the layout. Maybe the train station was here. Well, no, that's tracks came up through there. I'll have to look at that picture and see if there's a place where people cross the tracks. Because this would make sense that this is where people would come to and from the train, but I'm only guessing. Give you some serious Stand By Me vibes.
Train! Oh shit!
Now, ironically, I just happened to look over, because this is where that path continues if it wasn't blocked by that tree. So this is where the train would have came through. All the times coming up to St. Mary's College to visit that Hell House altar, I always heard people talk about the big, huge staircase to get up there. Now, originally, I thought they were talking about the one that was out there off Ilchester. But when I've seen pictures and videos of it, it was wider. Well, here it is. Time to make my way back. Now, I did notice this when I was up there, and I wanted to come back down and film it. I'm wondering if maybe this is an original bridge. Maybe it went into the tunnel. Maybe prior to this road being built. And when they built the road, they redid the bridge, maybe? Well, that's going to wrap up this one. I wanted to come up and check out some of them things that I hadn't seen before, or the things that I've noticed and didn't know what the historical significance was until I saw the one guy's channel. So it was neat to come up and see. I'll tag his video in the description if you guys want to get a more in-depth historical perspective of up here. It's really neat if you're into that kind of stuff. It adds a little bit more history to your walk or your hike. And with that being said, I'll see you on the next one.